The great thing about From the Force is it's a platform for anyone with knowledge and a smartphone to share it with others. Hi, I'm Master Sergeant Mike Smith. I'm a public affairs manager. I've taken official Air Force portraiture for some time. I'm going to show you some equipment needed for an official portrait and a series of micro lessons on this task. I'm happy to share what works for me. So there are some certain requirements in taking official Air Force portraiture, including the settings and equipment used. The Air Force Instruction 35109 has these. Keep in mind that they don't give you the step-by-step, just the minimum standard. And that's how this lesson might be helpful. If your space is still undetermined, see my earlier lesson on that too. So one of the first AFI standards is an 18% seamless gray backdrop. Seamless means what it implies. There are no pieces connected or seams seen to make a continuous sheet. Now 18%, or middle gray, as it's the middle of the grayscale, reflects back 18% of the light. Get yourself a standard photographic gray card for an example. And the subject will stand a minimum 8 feet away from the backdrop, another Air Force standard. Another requirement is 3-to-1 lighting, which is the intensity ratio between the main light and your fill light. The main light is on the subject's right. This is the brightest light. So a fill light, or a light reflector, is on the subject's left at the opposite 30 to 45 degrees and provides roughly 1/3 the intensity of the main. A background light is used to create some glow above the subject's shoulders, and that's also a lower intensity light. Now, some photographers use a fourth light called a hair light to accent the top of the head, but it's not a requirement. Here I have the American flag where it's required behind the right shoulder. The flag should be free falling, that is, not propped up by artificial means. I adjust the height so that the corner of the blue fold points around the subject's ear, but you can experiment with what height looks best. You will need to adjust it to the subject's height too. The key is to follow that standard with photos afterwards, so all your unit's photos look similar. So these are some minimum standards for equipment and setup in Air Force official portraiture. I'll talk about lighting, camera positioning and settings, as well as positioning subjects in other lessons. Thank you for viewing. I'll see you again soon on From the Force.